Oh, come on, girl. Do you really want to be friends with Kody? Wouldn't you rather just never see him again? We were great friends before we got married, and even throughout our marriage several times we were really good friends. I think it'd be great to be friends again, though. I really do. I trust Janelle, and I'll spend time with her. But I don't foresee having a relationship with Mary or Robyn.
Friendships. Anyone else scratching their head over Christine and Janelle? While I was catching up on the talkbacks on TLC Go, a theme kept popping up. Janelle, who, by the way, isn't shown much, has said she'd love to be friends with Kody, but Mary, nope, that door's shut. Meanwhile, Mary, she's still open to having a relationship with both Christine and Janelle. Here's the weird part. Christine and Janelle seem all about a friendship with Kody, the guy who can't take responsibility for anything and hasn't changed a bit. But they're totally closing the door on Mary, who's been nothing but accountable and, dare I say, grown as a person. Mary even speaks kindly to them, while they serve up nothing but crickets in return. Classic, right? Honestly, I'm starting to question how genuine Christine and Janelle are. They love the applause they get for moving on from the polygamous marriage, but when you look at their behavior, there's not much actual growth. If they were really evolving, they wouldn't be extending friendship to a walking tantrum like Kody while shutting out Mary, who, let's be real, probably acted the way she did because of the same religious pressures that were piled on them. Now, don't get me wrong, they don't have to be friends with Mary, but why are they giving Kody a public friendship invite while keeping Mary at arm's length? Objectively speaking, Kody has been far worse than Mary ever was. So why does he get grace while she doesn't? I figured it's probably because Kody's the father of their kids, and well, they'll all have to deal with each other at weddings, birthdays, etc. It'd just be easier if they were friendly, right? Mary, on the other hand, they don't have to deal with her if they don't want to. And honestly, I get it. They don't like her, and they don't owe her anything. But let's not pretend that's the whole story. At the end of the day, it's reality TV. It's crafted to get people talking. What we're seeing is just a tiny slice of their lives, and let's be honest, we have no idea what really went on behind closed doors. The kids? Yeah, they probably had wildly different experiences. And let's not forget, there's probably some NDA keeping us from the full picture, too. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Watching Kody and Robyn actually work is just delicious. Sure, their storyline is about as exciting as watching paint dry, but it's hilarious seeing them finally have to put in some effort to get paid. It used to be that a single contract covered the entire family. Kody would get paid into a main account and then distribute allowances. So Robyn didn't really have to work or even film to get her share. Now though, we're seeing a lot more of Robyn. Why? Well, with Mary out of the picture and no one else left in Flagstaff to latch onto for screen time, Robyn and Kody are scrambling to stay relevant. They actually have to work for their pay now, and it's glorious to watch. How long before Robyn throws in the towel though? I'm guessing not long. It also makes sense that they're featuring Robyn's older daughters more. I suspect it's part of Kody's Garbage+LLC scheme, where the older girls might be getting paid for appearances. But if that's true, you can bet Kody and Robyn are taking a chunk of it. Classic Jim Bob move, right? Garbage is Kody's new LLCs for his real family, paid by TLC, just like the old family LLC. Any money flowing out of it would only go to the kids if Kody decided to pass some along. Spoiler, he probably won't. He covers their living expenses and other essentials, but I highly doubt he's giving them any actual spending money. From what I understand, each wife used to get an allowance from TLC, plus they all contributed to a family fund that Kody controlled. So, essentially, Robyn had access to her money, Kody's, and the family's, and they just blew through it on nonsense. Honestly, I have no doubt that Kody and Robyn are taking whatever money the older girls make. Why? Because if they didn't, those kids might just have enough to move out and leave their own leaves. Can't have that. They're probably telling the girls it's for their future dowry or some nonsense, but I'd bet my life they're using at least some of it for their shiny new mansion. And let's not forget Robyn shoving her awkward, growth-stunted daughters in front of the camera, trying to create a plotline to keep herself in the spotlight and keep that paycheck coming. And then there's her fun family game night, where she burns chicken tenders. Just like how she's too pretty to cook, she's too pretty to work. Does anyone else get the sense that Robyn has completely caught the Ike from Kody? I mean, watching their argument over him not being in touch with his kids, her calling him out for basically playing dad to her and claiming she's losing respect for him, feels like it could be the final nail in the coffin. If your partner starts acting like a parent who seriously hurt you, isn't that kind of a sign to pack it up? I'm betting she's pretty much done with him, though she'll probably stick around for the kids and the whole religion thing. But let's be real, it's hard to picture her genuinely happy in this relationship. I also get the feeling she's playing it out for the cameras. The TLC paycheck is definitely starting to slip through her fingers, and she's not about to let that go without a fight. And let's not forget, Robyn probably reads stuff here. Her comments about Kody's scary murder face sound way too familiar, like we've all said the exact same thing about his unsettling, creepy look. Talk about a bizarre coincidence. Yeah, the whole scary Kody and disappointing Kody SH stick. Total performance. She's constantly playing the victim, and honestly, it's getting old. I really do think she's over him. I've always gotten the vibe that Kody's way more into her than she is into him. For her, it was about stability first, and liking him was just a bonus. Now, Kody's this embarrassing accessory. No one wants him, no one's fighting over him, and his reputation as a deadbeat dad and psycho isn't doing him any favors. So now she doesn't want him, but she'll tolerate him because stability still comes first. I've seen this whole dynamic play out in real life, though not in a polygamous context. The behavior is eerily similar. For Robyn, it's always been about the TLC money. Let's be real, she married Kody to get on reality TV. She probably liked him enough in the beginning and was thrilled to be the new, shiny, young favorite wife. But over the years, that glow has faded. The fans are turning on her, and she and Kody somehow managed to alienate all the other wives. It's all been about Robyn from the start, with maybe a side order of her kids. She's used Kody and the whole family to get what she wanted, her ego boost from being the favorite, fame from the TV show, and, let's not forget, a cushy lifestyle without having to work for over a decade. Honestly, it's worked out pretty well for her. So now, if Robyn has the Ike, it's because her gravy train is coming to a screeching halt. Kody and the family were always a means to an end for her. I don't think she cares at all about his relationship with his kids. What we're seeing now is her desperate attempt to salvage her image and keep the good times rolling just a little longer. It's like we're witnessing Robyn's media exit strategy. Make Kody the bad guy, not her. She's probably already dreaming up a spin-off with her kids in the spotlight, once this whole thing blows over. Okay, let's talk about Robyn's kids and their totally valid feelings about not being integrated into the family. Stick with me here. Even in an ideal situation, having new kids thrown into the mix where they're outnumbered is already a tough gig. But Robyn's super timid kids were dumped straight into a pack of wild, Lord of the Flies level, eat or be eaten kids. No judgment. I get it. I grew up in chaos too. But even Michael T., Gwen, and Leon have openly talked about how hard it was on them. And let's not forget Pedon, who, let's face it, was a problem child who tormented his siblings. Aurora's right, the parents dropped the ball. Robyn definitely fed into their anxieties and isolation. Christine and Janel. Oh, they were busy with the whole boys will be boys approach, which, spoiler alert, doesn't work when it means turning a blind eye to cruelty. And Kody, well, he finally cared when the noise got so bad that he had to loudly shout empty threats, which of course solved nothing. But hey, I'm not here to excuse anyone's behavior, not Kody's, not Robyn's, and certainly not those kids. But it's not like they were lying about the struggle to blend into this already messed up family dynamic. Now, let's get one thing straight. Robyn's kids never lived with the original kids all together under one roof. The OG had the constant togetherness of living in the same house 24/7. Pidon spent most of his time in Janel's space. Talk about daddy issues, am I right? Meanwhile, Robyn's kids got to experience the lovely vibe of separate houses in Vegas. It was like living next to your cousins at best. They missed out on those oh-so-important bonding moments like watching cartoons in PJ, fighting over the bathroom, helping with homework, or sitting down for family dinners. No wonder the OG kids are closer. Let's talk about Robyn kicking Pidon and Gwen out of her rental in Vegas. Why? Oh, Kody was almost home, and they needed to get ready for dinner. Yeah, because that's what a mom does. Kick her stepkids out so her husband can maybe get a hug from them later. Not exactly the warmest, most welcoming environment. Huh. Then, there's the whole ask Robyn or Mindy note when Logan came by to raid the leftovers, and us able dared to eat some of Robyn's kids' cereal. Seriously, what's next? A sign-up sheet for hugs. And don't even get me started on Robyn's years-long smear campaign against Hunter when he was, 13. She threw a fit because he wasn't doing cartwheels at the news of Saul's birth. Oh, and she made sure to share her pregnancy news with her family first when she was pregnant with Ari. Talk about treating the OG kids like they were strangers. If Robyn wanted her daughters to feel like outsiders, she sure showed them how. Blending a family? Yeah, that's a gamble. You can love each other as much as you want, but what do you do when your 11-year-old and 9-year-old can't stand each other? Add in jealousy, favoritism, and 14 more kids, all fighting for the same amount of attention from a dad who already had too many balls in the air? Well, naturally, the answer to that mess is, let's just have 2 more kids. Problem solved, right? Look, blending families is a tricky thing. It's like winning the lottery if you manage to do it without major issues. But I'm betting Kody saw the whole thing as a women's problem, rather than something he should, actually deal with. And here's the kicker. When Aurora said the parents failed, she didn't include Kody and Robyn in that. But let's be real, the ones who should have been most responsible for making this work were Kody and Robyn. Sure, all the parents had a hand in it, but Kody and Robyn. A huge chunk of the responsibility was on them. Kody's going to regret losing Mary, mark my words. Now, I know this might be a controversial opinion, but I genuinely think that one day, Kody will look back and realize that Mary was the only one who truly loved him. Robyn. She'll toss him aside as soon as the money dries up, and she can't squeeze anything more out of him. Through all of his many, many flaws, Mary never bailed on him. She stuck around, trying to make it work, even when it was painfully obvious that it was long past due. When Kody wakes up and sees the wreckage he's caused, especially with his kids, he's going to be horrified. And all the while, Robyn's been tearing his family apart from the inside. But by the time Kody realizes he's been played, it'll be way too late to fix anything. And when he calls out for help, when he reaches for someone, anyone, there won't be anyone left. And guess who he'll be begging for? Mary. And honestly, she might just help him. How sad is that? Now, let's talk about Robyn. Where exactly is she going? She's a middle-aged, frumpy mom of 5, with all of them still living at home or in the RV in the driveway. Career prospects? Yeah, not so much. The only thing she's discarding are Amazon boxes, and trust me, she's not going anywhere. Oh, and let's not forget, Robyn's made it crystal clear over the years that Kody is her best customer. She racked up thousands of dollars in debt on Victoria's Secret before she met him. Oh, and let's not overlook that time she was caught kissing Kody while Christine was in labor. Robyn's not above doing whatever it takes to get and keep a man. She's the legal wife now, so she's got every right to half of whatever Kody has left. Don't worry about Robyn, she'll be fine. She's probably just waiting for her kids to get a little older so they're less of a hassle. And until that day comes, she's not done milking TLC for that sweet paycheck. The show hasn't been canceled yet, so that cash is still rolling in. The idea that Robyn's going to leave is honestly laughable. Do you think she's gonna work? All of her kids are still living at home, and she has little ones to care for. What's she gonna do? Marry someone else for money? How's that gonna work, exactly? Is she gonna charm some millionaire with her? What? Her youthful energy, her magnetic personality. Please. Unless one of her kids marries into extreme wealth and drags her along, Robyn's not going anywhere. It felt like the new episode was stuck in a time warp, outdated and completely out of place. Honestly, Season 19, Episode 1 felt more like a recap than a fresh episode, and it seemed like it was running behind everything else. Was that the plan all along? Did anyone else feel this way? I even double-checked to make sure I didn't accidentally watch Season 18. They teased Christine's relationship with David, but didn't they get married at the end of Season 18? I'm seriously lost here. Did they just run out of content? After all the wait, this is all they could show us. It felt like watching a rerun. The episode was surprisingly boring, too. We already know Mary left last season. We know Janelle's out. We know Mykelti's twins are at least 2 years old by now. So why are they showing footage from 2 years ago? Is Puddle Monkey really this bad at this after all these years? And can we please get Kody and Robyn to film inside? Everyone else is doing it. They can answer questions when asked. So why are they still dodging that? It's tired old TLC. And don't get me started on the timeline. The episode is labeled as being from December 2022, almost 2 years ago. It was so far behind that it was genuinely annoying. Nothing new was shared, just more of the same old stuff. I really wish they'd catch up already. Are we done with Sister Wives yet? Honestly, this season, it's like no one cares anymore. The train wreck has officially crashed and burned, and the whole passing of G thing has really put everything into perspective. Meanwhile, Kody and Robyn, they lie through every episode, and the tell-alls are always a letdown. It's like no one even bothers to ask the tough questions. R&K just walk off set when they don't get their way. So, what's even the point anymore? With Christine filing for child support, Robyn's Miracle House being sold, and Janelle launching a business with Maddie, it feels like the stuff they're showing us is just a waste of time. Who cares about this tedious drama? I just want to see Kody served papers already. I want to watch Janelle actually talk about her business plans and set it all up. I want to see Christine just living her best life with her new husband and finally hear what made her take that leap. And please, can we get Mary laughing for once? It's long overdue. +1 to all of this. I'm so over the same old boring stuff. For me, the real issue is the massive delay. We already know what happens. This is years behind. Maddie's already had another baby, and we're stuck watching episodes that are just stupidly outdated. Why can't they just fast forward and show us the real-time drama of their lives? Honestly, the problem is that it's just a bunch of talking heads now. They're barely interacting, and it's like watching a slideshow of their lives instead of anything real. Just a bunch of interviews and no actual life happening. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.